A very good day to you out there, and welcome to another edition of Serious Matter. Yes, it's a very serious matter, and today is not going to be two of us, it's going to be three of us. I have Yetunde. Yetunde, say hi to our viewers.
Good afternoon, everyone.
And also joining us today is Lady Funke Olutumbi Adeola. Funke, have fun.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon.
Funke, let's start from this trending matter. Okay, let me start with Yetunde. Let's start from the trending matter. We listen with John Judge, right? There are some issues that we have seen. There are some issues that in the last few time we have seen a lot of issues like ladies saying that they are leaving their matrimonial homes, and this matter is becoming a very big one. And when you now look at it, emotional issues, bedmatic affairs. You know, during our first episode, I said we are going to be discussing those things, bedmatic affairs. You see that the men don't get emotional. All females, from my own hand as a man, I see that female always get over emotional, hyper emotional when it comes to this matter. Very simple thing, you try to blow it beyond proportion, and before you know, we are already discussing about something like that. You see, is it that men don't actually listen to the unsaid words of their women, mostly in the inner room, or what?
I can't really say men do not listen. I can just say they choose not to listen.
They choose not to listen. Okay?
Most of them choose not to listen.
Okay?
Maybe they are selfish.
I don't know, you can't be accusing my gender here. Selfish in what way? You know, when you want to, communication is two-way thing, right? You have to say it and listen. Unsaid word, it's not every one of us that can just get or decode what those unsaid words. And you say it's not because it's not that you don't want to listen.
What about those said ones?
Said ones? Don't you think when they are said, they are laced with arrogance?
Said ones
that are laced with arrogance?
No.
They say their actions are louder than words sometimes. It is not until you say. Sometimes your action can communicate more than the unsaid words. So the men, to me, the men should listen more
to unsaid words.
To both unsaid and those actions in the bedroom.
You know, apart from that, most of you men don't pay attention to details.
What are the details? When you say details,
yes,
explain those details.
It is not necessary that I say, okay, uncle, come, I am ready for this. I can use body language, sign language, and every other thing to communicate to you. Okay, uncle, this is what I want to do. But the selfish ones among you will not listen. Even if you say it, that okay, this is what I want. But when you want it,
when they need it,
yes,
when they need it, they can use anything to communicate, and they expect you to listen.
Some will even tell you, "Are you ready?" Oh yeah.
Without man approach,
without any form of
intimacy or whatever.
You know,
this bedroom game, I call it bedroom game, shouldn't start immediately. You must have communicated, maybe not through words, not through action, but through action, even before the time. You understand? Even before the time. So by the time you get to that period that you want to,
when you want to have the kickoff.
Yes, when you want to enter the paradise, it will be easier for you to have access to enter the promised land. But when you don't communicate.
But men will communicate. You have also said it that men will communicate.
There are different types of communication when it comes to that aspect. Mostly men communicate with.
How do men communicate?
You also said one. Let's go. Then some men will. Yes, I'm not saying it's an appropriate way, but that's a communication.
Oh yeah,
as you said,
that is not proper.
It's from you.
A military man.
I'm not saying
a military man will even outside. When you get to your home, you should at least adopt the gentleman
approach.
Yes, that military man approach inside your bedroom as well.
But you know, sometimes.
So communication is very, very key.
Yes, I'm not disputing the fact that there is a need for communication. But you know, most times, female will not communicate. And then instead of communicating with the right person, they will take their communication to somebody else, an outsider, a bestie, a friend, female
maybe
friend.
She has been communicating.
Who will now be advising them?
Maybe she has been communicating and you do not lis ten in attention to that.
When they start communicating, when they start showing expression, okay, this is how they feel. What will your gender say? Why you
maybe as a result of it. But you know, maybe as a result of education. I don't think in this 21st century, 2024.
No, maybe you speak for yourself, don't say that.
No. What I'm saying is this. Okay, before the female enters into the marriage, what was the communication? Because we are picking it as at the time when there are issues. There was courtship, right? What was the message?
Those are, in that regard, let me blame the two partners.
Okay.
Maybe they overlook some red flag. Then those issues that you ought to have talked about, you ought to have addressed before you entered marriage. Maybe they deliberately or out of excitement for marriage, they ignore those things. Because all these things you ought to have discussed and iron it out.
Do you know most of them?
Before you enter marriage.
Do you know most of them pretend?
Of course. They will, yes.
Most of them pretend. Okay, I find a man that I love. Probably the man does not like sex. Like that. Okay, I know that's okay. The kind of person I am, this is me. And I probably want to fit him
into it.
Into it.
That's a woman trying to fit in into the whole thing.
And a man can do that too.
Okay.
Now, after the whole courtship, you guys get married and boom, you can't take it anymore. You can't start shouting.
In that regard, I think communication, like I always say, is key. You don't like sex. Your partner likes sex. You both can sit down and discuss about this.
Okay, let's take it away from that.
Have a conclusion on how it's going to be instead of going into that marriage in pretense.
So you have agreed that female also pretend.
But she said no.
And then men
that the pretend.
Men also pretend.
Yes.
But most times
mostly comes from men.
But let me now say this.
100.
One of the pretense that I've seen in this recent time is female will have their husband is like planning to leave the country. It's an agreement between the husband and the wife.
Okay.
And the husband leaves. And you know the kind of person you are. And it's an agreement that the husband should leave and he has left. So you now become something I would say. You are looking for it from where you did not keep it. So who should you blame on that? Is this a communication?
Both of them.
But it was an agreement when you knew that you cannot agree to this.
Why would he agree? Why would I agree that? Okay, let me go. You know the kind of man, a woman you marry.
Even the Bible says,
now leave her. What?
The two shall become one.
Wait, what are you expecting?
You know the kind of woman
you are expecting her to be older than that or something.
You know the kind of woman you marry before you marry her. You want to travel. If the plan is not to take her along, you should wait till you have the willpower to take her along. Because you know don't leave her to temptation. But the
man that has gone outside there and is keeping himself holy, you are not discussing. Is it a plantain?
Sorry, who is keeping himself holy?
The man that has left.
In this
generation. Is she there?
I would say that we don't have men that can do that.
I know we have people that
I don't know.
I don't know. Me, I've seen.
You've seen?
I've seen.
I don't know.
I've seen.
But you have also seen that wives will turn something else after.
Why would you leave your wife in the first place?
Don't link this into the
woman. What I'm saying is that you know
a woman with high libido doesn't commit any offense.
Okay.
That's how God created that.
Yes.
You as her husband should know how to manage her. So you married a woman with high libido and you now leave her. You are looking for one greener pasture somewhere.
Is it for this, not for the family?
And meet a dry pasture.
But the one thing is this: when you look around, you move at some big areas, even within Osogbo here. Go to some schools. You will see that daddy is abroad. Mommy is the one bringing the children to school and taking them. And you say issues here and there. And we now ask ourselves, let's forget that we are women or men. What would be the right advice that we have to give to these people? Especially when you know that you are going there, you are not spending 2 weeks. You are not going there for 2 months. You know you want to go there. And sometimes you realize that the man will not have opportunity of coming home in the next 2 years, especially the first 2-3 years.
An intentional man.
Yes.
An intentional man. Before you leave the country to find the greener pasture outside, have a discussion with your wife. I love discussion, I love communication because it's key in any relationship. Have a discussion with her. If you are going alone, for how long will you be there before she join you or before you come back? Work towards that. Don't just get there and forget about the home or your wife.
No, he will be taking care of the family. Financial, apart from the emotional matter, financial matter is also important.
The financial, as much as the financial aspect of the family is important, so also the emotional aspect is as important as the financial aspect.
Taking care of the family financially. What is the woman doing? She's doing the most job.
Nursing the children,
taking care of
the house and
probably
all
she won't have her own business.
Yes.
Taking care. She will extend the care to your own family as well. Attending
the Odielebi.
Apart from that, probably the mother-in-law is
is alive and all that.
The father-in-law.
Yours is just to send money.
You should as well take care of the emotions.
So okay, now
that's as a priority.
I have a friend that it became very necessary for him to travel, and he has traveled. And then when he traveled, his wife was in Nigeria for days, for months, and then in that kind of situation, we want to advise the wife now, or we want to advise the couple, apart from communication. What are those things that you think can work? Especially for somebody that, okay, you think the husband can just go, the marriage can be on a break. And when you come back, they join the marriage together.
God that instituted marriage did not institute it for some certain period of time. After a while, you go on break. It is for a lifetime.
A lifetime. But in this kind of situation.
In a situation like this, what is the man doing over there that he cannot come and pick his wife or ask her to come over? If you want a family,
situation might even warrant him not to come over. But then, communication matters. There are some communication you will have with your partner that even if someone else is saying something to her, she will not listen. Because you did not leave the gap. I'm in a relationship with you. I am talking about myself. I'm in a relationship with you, and you ghost me for 3 days. You
have gone. Why?
Move forward.
You have moved forward. You have moved on.
I'm serious. How will you tell me you love me 3 days? We did not talk.
72 hours. Just 72 hours. You are making it look like a very 72 hours.
Like the Bible did not
use I love you
for more than 3 hours.
I always say it. I'm a very emotional person. Very, very. So now you said you love me. And I replied I love you too.
And for just 3 days.
And for 3 days.
You are unable to communicate.
You love me. You did not call me. And you can eat. You can sleep.
It's not that you are in the prison though.
Yes, now. You are not sick.
It's not that you are on the sick bed though.
You are not sick.
Nothing happened.
They did not kidnap you. For 3 solid days.
You know this is why I say this matter is a serious matter, because emotional matter is a serious matter.
It is. Let's tell you something, Jare. People do shout about domestic violence. You see emotional abuse.
It's worse than
emotional abuse is worse
domestic violence.
You know, I would like, there's an issue I want us to go to, but it is going to take our time. Maybe we'll discuss it in the next episode. And that is the issue of leaked videos that we have seen here and there. Why, taking pictures, videos, and then you are unable. But so I would like us to discuss it some other time. But for now, I think I want us to conclude this discussion now. Like young couples or aspiring couples. I'm not discussing the couples like on campus. So. Girlfriend and if we are to go into that, any couples. What are the ways that they should be using to communicate? And then, do you think, as we speak now, marriage counselor is becoming one of those things that we should recommend them to intending couples?
Yes.
Why? Because how many marriage counselors do you have in Osogbo? If I may ask you, let's start from that.
Maybe you've not found that. They are everywhere.
They are everywhere.
Yeah. Your parents can serve as your counselor.
You should be microphone closer.
Your parents can serve as your counselor.
Okay. It's because I'm trying to formalize it.
Yes.
I don't want to go with you on that too. Your parents should not serve as your marriage counselor.
Why?
Why?
Your parents should not serve. I am their daughter.
You will be
bias or sentiment.
Yoruba used to say, "Kango."
You kango sibi kanjura.
Okay, if they are people that they are blunt and they say the truth, there will be one day they will just more one now.
I mean, they say the baby will come.
I can see. I will be blunt with you. Just take your marriage away from your parents.
I am not saying that
take it away from your parents.
They can. I said they can. I use the word they can.
Yes, you know why I say that? Why I want to agree with you? There is a woman around my area. Her husband is abroad, and she's living with family. In-laws, mother-in-law, father-in-law. In fact, the car that was meant for her, the father-in-law will take it away. The car that was meant for her to take the children to school, the father-in-law will take it away for this. She will be, and she's living at an area where getting back in the money is very difficult. She may be waiting for people that will help her. And now we still have like 3 other siblings of the husband living with her. So when you see this kind of person, you will see an unhappy woman. An unhappy woman, not a happy.
I will blame the husband for that. I will blame the husband.
But even if the husband is like, I don't want to offend my parents. That
even the Bible says, for a man shall leave his father and his mother and cleave unto his wife. If you are not yet
a married man, your immediate family is your wife
and your children.
Okay. You also have male children.
Yes, of course. When it is time,
they should not come and stay in my house. I don't want to know about their affairs.
Okay.
Yes, that is what God recommended about marriage.
I want a daughter-in-law. That don't go correct.
Okay, that you will be okay. That don't go correct. So there will be connections between you. There will be connections between you and the.
Yes, there's still kind of a daughter-in-law. Honestly, you don't pop nose into affairs that
I don't want to know what they are doing. I don't want to know what they are eating. I don't want to know anything.
But don't let us leave. Let's address this.
If you actually want me to know, they can bring it to me.
Okay.
I will not pop nose.
It is in this Osogbo that a wife allegedly set the husband ablaze inside this Osogbo.
Yes.
You remember about 2 years ago.
Yes.
More than 2 years. I remember.
It's more than 2 years now.
Yeah.
So, and we are saying the parents of the husband live in this Osogbo. Right? And this is what we are talking about here. So, do you think it is not necessary?
No. That matter is another thing.
It's another thing inside. The woman is just being an instrument of destruction.
Yes.
Okay. Let's address the matter I raised earlier.
The matter you raised, like I said earlier, I will blame the husband.
Okay.
That shows he's not man enough to be a husband. Because if he's man enough, there's nothing wrong in having an apartment for your parents if you must take care of them. have another apartment for them. Let them be on their own. Let your wife and your children be on their own. You can't inconvenience.
God forbid. What if when that woman was taking the
children to school, something happened to them? Would they blame her?
Who will take responsibility for that?
But it is the father, the mother, all of them are
the father
and your mother had their own life to live. That was when they gave birth to him. If the father-in-law of his own mother was like his father, probably he might not be alive.
Yes.
Let me add one thing that is even worse.
So the man is to be blamed.
Let me add the one thing that is even worse. A sibling of the husband has an unwanted pregnancy, gave birth. The child, the mother are still inside the same house. That's the same house. What is the advice you give to the woman? The wife?
She should not give her any advice. If I'm to talk to her, she should prioritize her mental health, her happiness.
Now,
I want to ask the husband to do.
See, if I talk,
let the man get an apartment for his wife.
Let's Yetunde day and we'll see. Let's hear in just 1 minute because we have to stop this. Yes.
Pack the kids and leave. No will come for you.
Honestly, that's what I would do. Pack the kids and leave. If she's working, get an apartment for yourself. Leave the home for them. If we come, they won't kill you now. I'm sure she will be doing Yawo duty. She will be the one cooking, taking care of you.
Yes.
That is somebody else's daughter now. They have their own daughter. They want to be somebody else's daughter.
Can they?
Is it a crime to marry? Is it a crime to marry their son?
Be in that condition.
Is it a crime to marry their son?
Let's be sincere.
Let her leave.
It's a very serious matter. But one thing is that the advice you want to give to the woman is like, according to you, talk to her husband. But I think the husband is taking commands from the family.
You will just discover that stress kill faster than any other thing.
Do you agree that you should leave?
Yes.
100%.
Like, don't marry a boy.
But she has a twins.
Don't marry
she has a twin.
That is the word.
Marry a man.
Marry a man.
She has a twin, so they are just like twins.
Is she jobless?
It is just better for her to leave.
Not
Jare, it is better for her to leave for her children than to stay there and die. Her children will blame her in the future.
Our children will blame her in the future. And on that note, we'll be wrapping up.
At the right time.
And on that note, we'll be wrapping up our conversation today. It has been a very lengthy conversation and a very interesting one. By next week, we will delve more into that issue that I raised earlier, and it is going to be more interesting with Yetunde and Funke. And the two of them now. When they speak, if you are following them on their social media, you understand the personality that they are not controversial, but they are both blood individuals.
Yes.
Blood individuals, right? Okay, thank you so much for being part of today's show. Till next time when we come your way with another fresh episode of Serious Matter. Serious Matter is emotional matter. Emotional matter is a very serious matter. Her name is Jare. Bye for now.